this one we have the angle of depression from the top of the building to a point on the ground is 32 degrees 30 minutes. How far is the point on the ground from the top of the building if the building is 252 meters high? So my suggestion is draw a picture if you can. So I have some building. And I know the height of this building is 252 meters. And we have some point on the ground. If I'm talking about the angle of depression from the top, if it's an angle of depression, we have to have a horizontal line at the top from there down. And that is 32 degrees 30 minutes. I want to know how far it is from the point on the ground from the top of the building. So I am looking for this triangle. And which side of that triangle am I trying to find? Because I want to know how far the point is from the top of the building. So we are looking for our hypotenuse here. We know the side in our triangle. This is our 252. We need an angle. And so what we could do, if this angle is 32 degrees 30 minutes, that means this one down here is 32 degrees 30 minutes. So what trig function? And so the sine 32 degrees 30 minutes equals my opposite side 252 for my hypotenuse x. So if I were trying to solve this, we know we don't want to use a calculator until the very end. We multiply over the x, and then we can divide by the sine. Make sure your calculator is in degree mode. And we have 252 divided by sine, 32 plus 30 over 60. How many significant digits were we given in the problem? 3. So if I round this to 3 significant digits, it's 469 meters. Any questions on that one? Do we need another elevation depression example? Then let's do this problem. Okay. So I'm trying to find x here. My trig functions require what kind of triangle? A right triangle. So if I look at this, we have two right triangles. We have this smaller one, BCD, and then we have the whole thing. X is in triangle BCD. But the only information I have in that is that this is 54 degrees. Here's X and here's H. If I'm going to find X, I need at least one of those sides. In the whole triangle, we know that this is H. This is 38 degrees. What would this whole length be?
X plus 32.
And we don't have a full side length in either triangle, but we can use both of them together in order to get our answer. So if I look at this first triangle, from my 54, H is opposite, X is adjacent. What trig function is that?
Tangent.
Let's say the tangent 54 degrees equals H over X. Multiply over the X times the tangent of 54 degrees is equal to H. In this triangle, I'm kind of stuck at this point because I still have my two variables. So if I go to the other triangle, we could do the same thing. We could say the tangent of 38 degrees equals my opposite side, H, over my adjacent side, X plus 32. So if you were solving that, you would multiply over your X plus 32. Where would I go from here? Both of those are equal to H, which means if they're equal to the same thing, they have to be equal to each other. So I'm going to set X tangent 54 degrees equal to X plus 32 tangent of 38 degrees. So if we distribute the tangent of 54, we can't change that. So anything you multiply with, it just goes in front. Same thing with tangent of 38. So it's X tangent of 38 degrees plus 32 tangent of 38 degrees. I can't actually, when I have, if I want to subtract this one over, they aren't like terms. So I can't do the 54 minus 38, but I can keep both of them. Any ideas on where we would go if I can't subtract those things? They both have X, so we could factor it out. So then it's X times something, so we can divide. We get 32 tangent 32. We do have to be a little bit careful when we plug this in. Every time you push the tangent button, it opens parentheses, so you have to close it. Also, the denominator is more than one term, so you need extra parentheses around that whole thing. I got 42.011 done. And we had 2 significant digits in the problem, so if we round this to 2 significant digits, it's 42. Questions do you have there? Let's try another one like this. Let's go to this. Let's see what we have. Angle A is 43 degrees. Angle BDC is 57 degrees. And Y is equal to 11. Find X. So I know this is 57. This is X and H. That's my first right triangle. My second right triangle is the bigger one, so this is 43. This is H. What's this entire side? And I already told you that Y was 11, so we could go ahead and change that to X plus 11. So again, we don't know a side in either triangle, so we're going to have to get them equal to the same thing. So starting the smaller one, we could do tangent, so the tangent of 57 equals H over X. And my X over H is equal to X tangent of 57 degrees. We do the same thing, we're kind of stuck here because it's only variable, so I can't get it solved, but if I go to the other one, we can do the similar thing. Tangent of 43 is H over X plus 11. So if I multiply my X plus 11, now both of these are equal to X, or to H, excuse me, so they have to be equal to each other. distribute x 243 11 243. And both terms with x on the same side, so we subtract that over. And since they both have an x, we could factor it out. Okay, so it's x times something, so we divide. And we put that in our calculator. How many significant digits? So make sure that you can get a correct answer when you put it in your calculator. You need parentheses after each angle, and then the entire thing. So I got 16.889, so we round that to 17. And I did not give you units this time. Okay. Is that okay? So unless you guys have something you need more examples over, I want to give you guys some time to work on your